Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed part 1, but here is part 2 of my makeup collection. I won't ramble like I did in the intro for part 1, but here's part 2. Enjoy. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye guys. Moving on to drawer number 2. This is my concealer and brow drawer. And as you can see over here, another one of these come from the Dollar Tree, and these are all of my brow products. So I have different brands. There's Maybelline, Covergirl, Prestige, Victoria's Secret brow gel, some sharpeners in there, some, what is this, a brow shaver, whatever you call it, brow sculpting gel by Ardell. So all different types of products in here. And then these are all of my concealers. I kind of have a problem. I have so many concealers. I love concealers. And different brands, Rimmel, Physicians Formula, LA Color, or LA Girl, I'm sorry, MAC. There is a Revlon here, Milani, NYX, all different types. Another Revlon, ELF, which I love, another MAC. And here are all of my cream concealers. Those are more of my liquid concealers. These are more of my cream potted concealers. So I have Milani, CoverGirl, Erase Paste by Benefit, some NYX, this 3D Face Creator by Ruby Kisses, which is amazing. I have another concealer palette by Hard Candy. Oop. This one is by Gemma Kid from Target. Black Radiance, all different types. And in the back here, these are just face and eye primers that I am currently not using right now. I'm waiting to get rid of the ones that I have in my Muji drawers on my vanity. So those go in there. And then I have eyelash products. So a few eyelashes and some eyelash glue back here, and tools. And I don't wear eyelashes too often, so. Alright, so I'm trying to use the tripod this time, so I hope this helps. But this next drawer, this is my third drawer, and these are my foundations and face powders. And I have a lot of foundations and face powders. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with them. But I have the Rimmel Stay Matte, Stila, what do we have in here? MAC, Face and Body, Makeup Forever HD. I have a CoverGirl in here, Estee Lauder Double Wear, some Revlon back there, Revlon Color Stay, Revlon Age Define, MAC Studio Fix Fluid, which is way too dark for me, a Clinique Stay Matte, a NYX Stay Matte but not flat, all different types. And then lodged here on the side is a Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, which I don't use much yet because I just got it. So I'm trying to get rid of some more before I delve into that one. I have back here a Flower Beauty Powder, and that is from Drew Barrymore's line out of Walmart. And then I have the Revlon Color Stay Whipped, kind of shoved in the middle here. I have two of those because I have to mix them to get my perfect shade. And then I have this CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation, which is way too light for me, and they don't have good shade range in that at all. Here I just have face powders, and these are from, again, these are just a bunch of face powders, drugstore and high-end. This is the Wet n Wild Fergie. I have the MAC, NYX Stay Matte but not flat, another MAC black powder, Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder, Rimmel Stay Matte, another MAC, Mineralized Skin Finish, Maybelline Dream Matte, and then back here I have a L'Oreal, Neutrogena, Revlon, NYC, as well as another Revlon. So back here, this is where I keep my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, which I have a full review on, which I'll link in here. CoverGirl True Magic powder, this is not a powder, but it's like a skin perfector. I have a full review on that as well. NYX Set It Don't Fret It, which I love and have reviewed, and also a Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. And then way back here, I have an ELF High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. Drawer number 4 consists of bronzers and highlighters. So this stuff here, these are all of my bronzers. I have one sitting out, and this is the Wet n Wild Ticket to Brazil, which I've talked about and I love. I have a Revlon Photo Ready bronzer. This is their Bronze and Chic palette, which I haven't tried yet, but I can't wait to try it. And I kind of have those sitting on the side. And then in the actual containers, I keep different bronzers. So I have CoverGirl Queen, Rimmel, Tarte, another Covergirl, Milani, MAC, Physicians Formula, an e.l.f., another Milani. This is the Sleek Face Form Kit, which I love. I have an e.l.f. Warm Bronzer, which is really good as well. A NYX Matte Bronzer, which is one of my favorites. High-end, drugstore, whatever. That's one of my favorites. And I have two big ones right here, which I don't use often. But one is by Prestige, and the other one is by Rimmel, and it's their Shimmering Maxi Bronzer. I think I'm actually going to take those out of there and shove them on the side here. In the middle container, I just keep my loose face powders. So I have these HD Set It Don't Fret It powders from Ruby Kisses, which I love. I have 3 colors of those. I also have 3 Ben Nye, well 2 because one is sitting on the other side of the room, but 2 of the Ben Nye powders in this container here. Usually there's 3. And then I have an NYC Smooth Skin, which is a really nice setting powder. What is this? A NYX Liquid Illuminator, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. I have a Stila All Over Liquid Luminizer. Stuff falls everywhere. Rimmel Wake Me Up. Some e.l.f. These are All Over Color Sticks by e.l.f. I have 5 of those. I have a Hard Candy Glow All the Way. A Sunbeam by Benefit. All different types of little highlighters in there and loose powders. And this is a small Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. In this, well, shoved in between those, is this new Happy Booster Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Have not tried it yet. It's still in the packaging. So as soon as I get rid of some of these bronzers, I'm going to crack that bad boy open. And then in this last little compartment here, I just keep my highlighters. So I have Physicians Formula, which this is one of my favorites. It was in my yearly favorites video. And I also have a Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, which is a great one. Another Wet n Wild, but this is a Fergie one back here. Candlelight by Too Faced, the Balm Mary Luminizer, an e.l.f. blush, which is really great for highlighting, and it's called Gotta Glow. Another e.l.f. highlighter here. 2 Urban Decay cream highlighters. Wet n Wild Mega Glow powder, and then a Hard Candy highlighter there. This next drawer is definitely one of my terrible obsessions, and that is blush. As you can see, I have so many blushes, but this is my absolute favorite drawer. And just show you what I have lodged on the side right here. I keep some things over here. This is a Sleek Blush by 3. And then I also keep this Revlon Photo Ready. What is this called? Face Sculpting Blush Palette. I keep that lodged on the side here. In these containers, I just have lots of different blushes. You can't see all the way back there, but there are 3 e.l.f. blushes back there. And then these are all of my Milani Baked blushes, which absolutely love those. They are amazing. I have Physicians Formula Happy Booster blush there. I have an Essence blush here that I got from Walgreens. And then I have a Lorac blush as well as a Tarte blush sitting in the front. On the sides, I just kind of have lodged here NYX Illuminating Bronzers. And these are amazing as blushes. I love them. I have Chaotic and Magnetic. Very pretty. Then I have here 2 of the Milani blushes that they came out with this year. These are the Powder 3D blushes, which were great. And I also have an NYC Color Wheel, which I haven't even opened yet, as well as some Milani face powders on the side. Right here in the front, I keep the e.l.f. contouring and blush kits here, which are great. I love those. And then I have more blushes in here. A Jordana blush, which these are amazing pigmentation for about $2. Philosophy. There's a Dream Bouncy blush by Maybelline. Rimmel Match Perfection. Physicians Formula. Jordana. Revlon. Cargo. The Balm Frat Boy, which is a good one. There's some Physicians Formula boxy blushes back there. A Sephora blush. All different types, you guys. Essence of Beauty from Ulta. Forever 21 blush back there. This here is my Hard Candy Fox in a Box, which is a really, really nice blush that I love. And then moving on to this container, this one houses all of my Wet n Wild blushes, as well as some e.l.f. HD cream liquid blushes. I have NYX Stick Blush in Hibiscus. The Balm, I have a little Stainiac. I also have a little sample of the Balm In Stain blush, which I really, really like. And that one's in the color... Okay, it doesn't tell me the color. But it's a really, really nice blush. Really small sample. And then back here I have a Laura Geller blush, a L'Oreal, and then I have 3 Wet n Wild Face Mega Glows back here. And they look like that in different versions, different colors. And then these are all of my NYX blushes, all of my NYX blushes that I love, the powder blushes. I have about, what do I have, 8 of them? Yeah, I have 8 of the NYX blushes. And then back here are all of my MAC blushes. And I only have 4 of those, but you guys have seen MAC blushes before. That one's Dolly Mix, one of my favorites. This drawer right here just houses all of my palettes. And this is the first drawer in the second drawer set. And this, I just keep like different palettes in here because I have nowhere else to put them. But I have the Naked 1, the Naked 2, a 10 color camouflage concealer palette, and then there's a 10 color blush palette underneath that as well. I have this Lorac Unzipped Quad, and I also have the Lorac Pro palette, an Anastasia Lavish palette, and that's just the box for it. We have a Stila Not So Nude palette, as well as the NYX Butt Naked Eyes. Going in the back, there are some Urban Decay palettes. Well, this one, Urban Decay Vegan, and then a Lorac palette back there. Bobbi Brown, Warm Eye Day to Night palette. Some Ulta face palettes here, which I got in a set. And then there's a Sonia Kashuk palette, which is this one. I have, what else do we have? The Balm Nude Tude. It's the Catwalk booklet from the Anastasia palette. And then we have the Balm Nude Tude down there. And then another Urban Decay palette right here. Moving on to the next drawer in this set, this houses the rest of my makeup brushes. I have a little bit of an obsession. I have so many makeup brushes, but I love them, and I plan on trying some more this year too. But over here are just some different face brushes. So this is my Eco Tools Dome Bronzer Brush. And then I have like some little concealer brushes and everything over here, which I really love. Right here, I have all of my eye brushes that I just keep in here, and I reach for them as I need them. I try to rotate them out so I'm not using the same ones all the time. And then here are my face brushes right here. All different brands, Real Technique, Sigma, Sedona Lace, there's e.l.f., Coastal Scents, you name it, I probably have it. Sephora brushes, BH Cosmetics, all different types. Down here are my beauty blenders as well as beauty blender dupes, which this one's from CVS and I hate this one. But then I also have powder puffs down here too, and this liner is here just to help keep the beauty blenders from not touching the bottom of the drawer. Moving on to the next drawer, this drawer just holds cleaning supplies, makeup remover. It has that Milk of Magnesia in there, which is a great face primer. I have extra little tools down here, like these are little brushes that came with blushes and things. And then I have some Q-tips, some Biore pore strips, makeup remover. These Huggies wipes are for makeup removing. Cotton balls, more extra tape for my eyes, an extra Beauty Blender solid cleanser, and then some cosmetic rounds down there. And then this is also a facial hair remover because I do get facial hair, ladies. It is nothing to be ashamed of. In the fourth drawer in this drawer set, this is where I just keep all of my, I guess my nail polishes that are in rotation. So right there, those are all of my fall polishes that I like to rotate through, and they're all sitting right there. There's different brands, like I have some, mostly Revlon because I love the color stay polishes, but I also have some Essie, an e.l.f. polish down there. I have some Wet n Wild polishes, some OPIs, all different types, Julep. And then going to this middle compartment, this just houses my different nail files, more polishes down there. There are fingernail clippers, cuticle oil, and stuff like that. Moving to the next side, this has extra brushes that I haven't delved into yet, and I just keep them in this little plastic Ziploc bag. And then over here, I have some nail decals. So, nail decals as well as more top coats. So this is a nice top coat trio, and it has a shimmer coat, a matte, and then a gloss top coat. And then there's more cosmetic rounds back there, and then nail decals all the way back there. Last drawer, you guys. This is where I keep my backup products as well as products that I haven't opened yet. So over here, I just have different products. I just kind of hauled this stuff, but they're just backup and products that I haven't opened, samples that I want to use in there, and a bunch of different mascaras and eyeliners in here that I haven't opened.